Hello everyone, welcome back to Neutralix. I'm your host cosolix. Today we're going over ranking every single weapon and every single legend in Brawlhalla. Today we're going to be talking about exactly what's the best, what's the worst, why it's the best, why it's the worst. We're going to go into more detail, but also not too much detail, don't want to make this video too long for you guys. But if you enjoy this type of stuff and you want to improve at Brawlhalla, then check out Team Neutralix. Subscribe to this channel because this channel was designed to help you improve at fighting games, specifically Brawlhalla, but we're open to other games like Multiverse and whatnot in the future. And also, if you want to improve more, then please consider checking out our website. I've got coaching on our website, so if you want to be coached by me personally, or if you want to join a class environment and be coached by me for a much more affordable price, it's only $4.99, and you can join the next Neutralix class. In that class, we're talking about how to combo optimally in Brawlhalla. So if you want to work on improving your combo game, making it more efficient, optimizing your flowchart. If you don't even know what a flowchart is, you might want to join this class because this class is going to tell you actually how to go pro at Brawlhalla and optimize your combos. Check it out. The link to that is all down below, teamneutralix.com. Now let's get right into this video. So we got two tier lists open. We got the weapons tier list maker, and the second one we got the legends tier list, and this is all up to battle boots as well as Vivi, the newest Brawlhalla legend. There is a new legend that's coming out this weekend, but the legend hasn't been balanced, so I'm not ranking it. I also, not this weekend, it's coming out like the next week or two. But yeah, anyways, let's get right into this. So we're going to be doing the weapons first. And right away, if you want to improve at Brawlhalla as quick as possible, I'd really recommend subscribing to Team Neutralix's Brawlhalla class. For only $4.99 a month, you get access to a private class hosted by Neutralix pros, creators, and coaches through our Discord. You also gain access to all previous lectures if you just go to our website under the members tab. A big problem with improving at video games through YouTube videos is that YouTube really rewards a certain kind of video, where this membership allows us to host classes on any topic and really tell you guys the real stuff to improve at Brawlhalla. For more information on our Brawlhalla class, go to teamneutralix.com or just click the link down below. The first weapon, if you know about Pro Brawlhalla, you've seen this weapon kind of everywhere. It's Axe. Axe is S tier. I also want to specify tier list is kind of a mix between 1s and 2s, primarily 1v1, but I do think it's a factor of like which weapons are good at both will be even higher, because it's, you can pick characters with that weapon and play both game modes competitively. So Axe is S, probably the best in the game. It is the best in the game in 1s and probably the best in the game in 2s. It's always good at both game modes, basically. Primarily always good at 2s and not 1s usually, but right now it's insane at 1s. So Axe is S. Next we got battle boots. Battle boots are really solid, but they're just not that crazy, so they're A, right? Most weapons in the game, they're probably gonna be A. I don't even think we're gonna need all these tiers, so it is what it is. But let's just keep going. So next we got blasters, and blasters I think can be really good if they get buffed. They're not that great right now. I put them in B. They're good, don't get me wrong, but like there's people using blasters like Balloon Boy who are just insane, right? Top 12. Vivi's got blasters. Vivi I think is a top 10 character in this game. I agree with Clem. Vivi's really good. So I would just put blasters in B because they could be broken very quickly, but they're not boots. They're not Axe. Next, we got bow. I think bow is really solid. I'm going to put bow in A tier. Just a really solid. I think most weapons are going to be in A tier. Next, we got cannon. Cannon kind of has it all. A little bit hard to win neutral with cannon sometimes because it doesn't have as many... It has horizontal options, but not so much horizontal range. I don't know. It's still really good. Like Sarah just doesn't have the range, but it's a little bit harder to win with cannon and neutral than other weapons. But if you can win neutral, everything else is better on cannon. You get kill confirms, you get good strings, you get everything you need. Every tool covers every dead zone, basically. I think cannon is really, really good. I think I'm going to put it at the top of A because I don't think it's S in 1s. But I think I'm going to put it at the very top of A. Next, we got gauntlets. Gauntlets are S. Gauntlets are good in 1s and 2s. They've always been good at 1s and 2s. They're good. They're just so insane. They're like Axe. I think gauntlets need a nerf. I've always thought gauntlets need a nerf. They're insane. Gauntlet players probably can agree. I'm not going to lie. Top gauntlet players have just seen them at the top for far too long. They need some adjustments. Just some balance. They're fun, don't get me wrong, but just some balance. Now we got hammer. Hammer is really good, but it's more of a 1s than a doubles weapon. I'm going to put hammer also in A. And I'm going to put it at the top of A because you don't see it as much in 1s, but I still think it's really good. So I'd put it right there. Actually, I'm going to put it 1. Sure, I'll put it there. I still think it's good. I think this list is looking good so far. Next, we got Greatsword. Greatsword can be really good, but it is a 1v1 weapon. Greatsword doesn't really have good 2s combos at all. It's not terrible at 2s. You can win at 2s with it, but it's kind of like guitars. It's just good, but it's not that crazy. Honestly, let's adjust this. I'm putting blasters in C. We're going to put bow in B. I think these 3 weapons, the boots, cannon, hammer, are kind of on their own. And I think Greatsword is right here. Like, it's with bow. Like, it's more of a... I don't know. I don't see bow and doubles as that much anymore. Like, there's Kaya, don't get me wrong, but no other bow characters play doubles. Kaya is just because it's Kaya, not because it's bow, in my opinion. Anyways, now we got guitars. I think guitars are in a similar boat. I'm going to put guitars right around here. Don't get me wrong. I think guitars are really good. We'll throw it... Yeah, sure, here. Guitars are really good. Don't get me wrong, but it's just if you're talking 1s and 2s, I want to keep that clear. I think this is a fitting spot. I still think guitars are good, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Now we got Orb, and I think Orb is top tier. I'm going to put Orb here. I think it's just really, really, really good. In 1v1, it's probably up here. In 2v2, it's probably an A. Screw it, I'm putting an S. Orb is broken, in my opinion. I've said it. Maybe slightly biased. Orb is at the top. It's just really, really, really insane. And now we got Rocket Lance. Lance feels terrible in 1s. I'm not gonna lie. Because of dash landings and how they work, people are snapping and leaving the ground very quickly now. So you got more vertical movement quicker, and side light and end light are too horizontal. It's so hard to hit and like catch landings on Lance. And when you do, they touch the ground, so you don't hit any strings. You hit like 2 true combos and then neutral resets. It's really tough. But you do get a lot of damage, which is good, but it's just not enough because you also don't have kill confirms. I don't think Lance is great. I'd put Lance on the same as blasters. Although I think Lance in 2v2, Lance is like up here. I'm not gonna lie. Lance is phenomenal in 2s. As long as Lance is like a support weapon, it's gotta like be like an anchor kind of role. But in 1s, Lance is down here. Really, really weird right now. So I'm gonna put Lance just in this C. I'm going to prioritize 1s a little bit more here. But yeah, keep in mind it could be up there. This is it is 1s and 2s, but I'm going to say this is primarily 1s. Although it does factor a little bit of 2s. Yeah, Lance is good in 2s, not 1s. Now we have Scythe. I think Scythe is really good. But yeah, I think it's like an A tier. I'm going to put it like here. Put 1 under Hammer. I think this is really solid. Scythe is an amazing weapon right now. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really good. No dead zones, very quick, good strings. Not crazy kill options, but just so insane off stage as well. And Spear is really good right now too. Gonna throw Spear here. Really good weapon. Kind of balanced. I'm not gonna lie. It's just balanced right now. I think it's good. And now we got Sword. I think Sword's really, really good. I'm gonna throw Sword. Honestly, bottom of A. I think it's really underrated. We're gonna get rid of this D tier. And that is my tier list. I think Lance is bad right now. But I think it's good in doubles. I think blasters can be good pretty quickly, but it's in the same boat as Lance. Like, they're both not terrible. You can play any weapon in Brawlhalla. This is just a pro level of what I feel right now, but at the end of the day, you can play anything you want. But the most broken, play gauntlets, play axe. Yeah, play orb, play hammer. And the others are pretty balanced, I'm not gonna lie. Cool. Okay, Bodvar. Bodvar is pretty middle of the pack. Good way to start. You know, pretty balanced, not gonna lie. He is Bodvar. Now we got Cassidy. Cassidy can be good, but same thing. I think pretty balanced. One thing with this tier list is I'm not going to order the tiers. The characters are so arbitrary. You know, they share weapons and whatnot. It's not like other fighting games where the characters are more unique, so I think this is good. Now we have Orion. I think Orion's really solid. I think he's always been solid. Actually, you know what? We're putting Bodvar and Cassidy there. We're putting Orion there. B is really solid. We're going to change the names. Really solid. I think Vrax is really solid. It's just no one plays Vrax because of stats, but D-Light and Light alone on Lance kind of makes it really solid. That's an absurd combo. It just does a lot of damage. If you get the 9 dex, really good option, but yeah, really solid. Then we got Nash. I think Nash is also really solid. I think Nash could do well. But it's kind of in a similar boat as Bodvar, right? So you know what? I'm going to put him in pretty good, not really solid. I think that's fair. Now we got Queen Nai, and I think Queen Nai's in the same boat. I think Queen Nai's really good. I'm going to try and organize these based off tiers, but it's really not too necessary. Like, I don't stand by how I organize this. I'll try my best, but if you're like, Cassidy is higher than Nai, I disagree. No, they're in the same tier. It doesn't matter. Like, just don't think like that, please. Okay, so now we got Hattori. I think Hattori is really, really good. I'm gonna put her in top tier. You know, Stingray just got top 8 with Hattori. Hattori is just really solid, well-rounded. Ones and twos, just a solid. Actually, really solid. I keep saying solid for everything. She's not top tier then, but she is really solid. Don't get me wrong. I'll put her above Orion. Now we got Roland. I think Roland can be pretty good, but yeah, I'm gonna put him here. You get what I'm saying. Now we got Scarlet. I actually think Scarlet's really solid. I think she can do well. I'm putting her in really solid. She's one of the best Lance Legends. She can cook, I'm not gonna lie. Once Lance gets buffed, she is cooking. You know, she's a good legend. Now we got Thatch. I think Thatch is pretty good. And now Ada. Honestly, Blasters are mid right now. Ada's got low defense. I'm putting her in meh. I don't think Ada's that good right now. I think when Blasters get buffed, she's gonna quickly rise the ranks. But because of how Brawlhalla is built right now, I just think she's mid. Sentinel, though, Sentinel's really solid. Sentinel's good. Now Lucian is also pretty solid, but it's got Blasters, so I'm gonna put him in really solid. But yeah, Blasters just got cooked. Okay, first one, broken. Please nerf. Let's go to the next character. Now we got Bryn. Bryn is got Axe and Spear. Honestly, really solid. There's a lot of really solid legends in Brawlhalla right now, so it's good. Same with Asuri. I think Asuri is really solid. I'll put Asuri there. Sure, I'll put Bryn up there. Yeah, I think these characters are all really solid. It's kind of hard to tell who's the crazy top. I'll put Barazza in pretty good, mostly because it's just Blasters. But it's fine, you know, they'll get buffed, I'm sure. But actually, Barazza's got Axe, so you know, Barazza's really solid. I'm lying. Barazza's really good. Ember is also really solid, but kind of like a Cassidy pick, so I'm just gonna put her in pretty good. Azoth is really underrated. People just don't play him. I think he's honestly pretty good. And Koji as well. I think Koji is really good. There's a reason why Impala's been playing Koji right now and not Moonin. Maybe because Scythe is hard. I don't know. Ulgrim as well. Honestly, like if this is ones and twos, Ulgrim and twos is top tier. Ulgrim and ones is pretty good. So I'm gonna put him in really solid. Right? We'll just throw Ulgrim like up here. Right? I think all these characters are just kind of solid. So yeah, that's not bad. I'm liking this list so far. Now we got Diana. I think Diana can be really good very quickly. I think by default, how she is right now, she's honestly really solid. Her SIGs and stats are just really good. I think Diana's good. It's just when Blasters get buffed, she's going to be top tier. Just get ready. Jala, I wouldn't say top tier, but I would say really solid, right? I think Jala is really solid. You'll see every Axe character's in really solid. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't know how many characters are going to be in top tier, but there's definitely some that I'm looking at down here that are coming very soon. Then we have Core. I think Core is underrated, but I'm just going to put him in pretty good because he is, yeah, underrated. But still pretty good legend. Okay, now Wushang is the first character I'm putting in top tier. Mostly 2v2 than 1v1, but still insane in ones as well. You know, if it wasn't for Axe being Axe, I think Wushang, like, can easily win tourneys. So yeah, Val, I think Val's really solid. I would put Val like at the top of really solid. I'm gonna put my Ulgrim guy here, so it doesn't look like he's at the top of it. Now we have Ragnar. Honestly, I think Ragnar is almost like top tier level. I think Axe is just really good right now. The only thing with Ragnar is you can't kill, so it's kind of like a Jala. Now we got Cross. I think Cross is meh. I think Cross is kind of like Core. I'm just gonna throw him in meh. It's just a cat. Mirage is really good and really underrated. It just because Sandstorm stopped playing Mirage doesn't mean Mirage is bad. I would basically feel like Mirage is top tier, but no one's playing her right now, so I can't really say that. So I'm gonna throw Mirage in really solid, but I do think it's. I'm putting Mirage in top tier. I'll put Ragnar in top tier. I'll put Jala, this character. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now we got Nyx. Nyx is good, but it's just because Blasters are kind of mid. So it's just something to keep in mind. I'm just going to put Nyx in pretty good. Yeah. Now Mordex is honestly top tier. Mordex is really good. It's like a Wushang, throwing him all the way up there. Really good pick. Yumiko is really solid, really underrated for sure. There's a lot to Yumiko's kit. So just take someone to utilize Yumiko really well. Actually, I'm going to throw Yumiko in top tier. Throw her like here. Yeah. Now we have Artemis. I think Artemis is really solid. I don't think enough people play Artemis. I just think Lance in ones is kind of mid, but it's really good in twos. I think Yeah, Lance could easily get really good very quickly if they overbuff it. But in ones it's mid, so yeah. Caspian is also really solid, you know, some really solid characters. All the Lance characters are just kind of grouped together right now, except for like Roland. It's quite funny. Sidra as well is really solid. There's a lot of good, really solid legends. I like it. Throw her up there. Now I think Zul is pretty top tier. I'm not gonna lie. Throw him at the bottom of top tier. The top of really solid and bottom of top tier are pretty similar, so that's something to keep in mind. Now we have Kaya. I think Kaya is still top tier. I wouldn't put Kaya in the broken category, but I still think Kaya is really good. Don't get me wrong. Isaiah, I'm going to put Isaiah in pretty good. If Blasters get buffed, then Isaiah becomes really good very quickly. I think Jiro is honestly really solid. Jiro is really underrated. Really good legends. You know, Scythe is good right now. Throw Jiro like up there. I think that's fine. Lin Fei is also just up there. Good character, really solid. You know, Guichibu's a goat. Zerial is actually broken. I'm not going to put Zerial broken. That's just a theory, a game theory. But I'm going to put really solid. Zerial is still really, really good. Honestly, maybe even top tier. Rayman is really good. Maybe broken, please nerf. Just an insanely good character. I'm going to throw Rayman up there. Like these guys, you know what? Screw it. They're just on another level. Like, these characters are still just insane. People might be like, why are you playing Mordex? But I still think Mordex is really good. Like, Mordex is... fine, I'll put Mordex here. These three are like three musketeers. Ugh. Dusk is honestly top tier. Super underrated. Fate as well is really, really solid. Throw Fate up here. That's fine. Honestly, I think Fate can be top tier. I'm going to throw Fate in top tier. I think she's actually a really good legend. And Thor as well is top tier. I think Orb is just incredible right now too. Throw that character there. I think Petra is really solid. If not, like top tier basically. Just not being played because of Radish. That's the only reason. She is really good. Don't get me wrong. So I'll throw her here. Like, she could easily be top tier. Just people aren't playing her right now for some stupid reason. Vector... he's fine. I just think the other Lance Legends are, like, better. I don't know. He's like an Olgrim, I guess, so that's fine. Whatever. Put him there, sure. Volkov, honestly, top tier, but no one's playing him, so really solid. You're going here, Volkov. Can be broken, but yeah. Onyx is top tier, 100%. Gonna throw Onyx right around the Wushang up there, you know, really good. Jaeyin as well is definitely up there. Just really good character, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these other ones are a bit theory, where these ones are just kind of proven. So they're at the top. Mako, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of meh. Mako, you're going in meh. I guess you're pretty good. Magyar is in the same boat. They're kind of similar. They're not bad. Not crazy either. Reno would be broken. It's just people aren't playing Reno. So I'm going to throw Reno here. Really solid, but could easily be top tier and broken. Moonin is honestly pretty top tier. Just not really being played. So I'm going to put Moonin in really solid for now. And Paul's been playing Moona and Koji. But it's just not as proven, you know. Other people aren't picking them up. It's one person playing them. I just need to see a bit more of a track record. He did do well on land too, I believe. You know what, screw it, I'm throwing these guys up here. They're just top. They're definitely, I guess, up there. Arcadia honestly is really solid. Really solid character. People just haven't been playing her, but she's solid. Ezio is Ral. He could basically be top tier, but I'm going to put him next to, like, Val. Okay, Tezca is, like, up there. You know what? We are going to throw some more characters up here. Now it's a little bit better. Of course, Teros is on another level. Like, I could probably make another tier just for Teros. But these characters have been proven for a long period of time. You know, we'll put Mirage there. Like, these characters are just, like, a staple in the current meta. It's just so clear. Thea is honestly kind of meh because she's just a spammer. It's like near Roland, I guess. Red Raptor's up there as well. Those are just part of the Musketeers. Loki is really solid, needs to be proven a bit more, but I still think Loki can be broken. I think 7 is also right up there, just really solid. Don't know why more people don't play. And then we got Vivi. And I think Vivi is like right here. Right around, like she could be that insane. So I guess there's no bad. Hooray, no one's bad. Yay. This is my list. So we got Teros, Kaya, Rayman, Tezka, Mordex, Wushang, Onyx, Jayin, and Red Raptor. These characters need nerfs, in my opinion. Now we have top tier characters. These characters might need nerfs, but they're just not being overly used in the meta, so it's a bit more theory to how broken they are. Then we have characters who are really solid. Some characters could be in the top tier, like I think Ezio could be and whatnot, but they're not really being played as much at a top 8 level, but they're still really good characters. Then we have characters that I think are pretty good, but just no one really mains them. And then we just have characters that are mid right now, at least in 1s and 2s. They're just not really in the meta too much. I think Ada could be up here. Like, you could put these guys both up here and just get rid of meh. You know what? We'll do that. Sure. I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, subscribe, because this channel is built to help you improve at fighting games, specifically majority Brawlhalla, but other fighting games like Multiverses as well. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys all later. Check out teamneutralix.com if you want to be coached by me or any of the other coaches here on Team Neutralix, as well as our class. If you want to learn how to combo optimally, then check that out. Or the next class, check that out, teamneutralix.com. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.